The Department of Energy will release another 15 million barrels from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, extending our previously announced release through the month of December. Right now, the Strategic Petroleum Reserve is more than half full, with about 400 million barrels of oil. That's more than enough for any emergency drawdown.
Okay, when he mumbled through that, what he didn't mention is that the Strategic Petroleum Reserve is now at its lowest point in 40 years. Now, replenishing it is going to take a lot of time and cost Americans a boatload of money, but he doesn't care. He doesn't even understand where he is. The main point is that this is not what the reserve was made for. Now, it was conceived to protect all Americans in an emerging crisis, not the Democratic Party ahead of the midterms. Joining us now is Steve Milloy, former Trump EPA transition member, founder of junkscience.com. Steve, since no one else in the media will, we're going to take the audience through a few statements Biden made today at his big energy talk, and then we're going to fact check him. Let's begin with this.
Okay.
My administration has not stopped or slowed U.S. oil production. Quite the opposite. You can increase oil and gas production now while still moving full speed ahead to accelerate our transition to clean energy.
Steve, is that true?
That's totally false. From day one, he shut down pipelines. He has shut down leasing on federal lands. He's got the Federal Reserve trying to stop lending to the oil industry. He's threatening the oil industry with price gouging investigations, criminal investigations. Democrat Congress is doing the same thing. He's shutting down LNG terminals. He's shutting down oil storage facilities. He is doing everything he can to shut the oil industry down, to discourage drilling.
Well, Biden also leveled another criticism today.
My message to the American energy companies is this: you should not be using your profits to buy back stock or for dividends. Not now. Not while a war is raging.
Steve, is that happening? Is that what's going on?
Well, he has discouraged oil drilling so much, oil production so much, that oil companies are actually buying back their stock, which is already at record prices. So what does that say when they would rather buy back their own stock than sell oil, which is also at very high prices? I mean, he is doing nothing to encourage oil production. He's doing everything to discourage it.
And Biden also resorted, Steve, to his favorite scapegoat for high prices. Watch this.
I have been doing everything in my power to reduce gas prices since Putin's invasion of Ukraine caused these prices to spike and rattle international oil markets.
The coughing came. So he's done everything in his power to reduce gas prices. And also, what's your best estimate for how much this war is actually contributing to these high prices?
Yeah, he's done nothing. We went through earlier the list of things he's not done, and the Strategic Petroleum Gambit, that's not reducing the price of oil, although he's taking credit for it. All it's doing is going to make Americans pay more for oil later as he has to replenish it. We need that Strategic Petroleum Reserve for actual emergencies, not just re-electing Democrats.
And just to get back to this point, there have been no offshore lease sales, right, since he's been in office for oil. There's no offshore leases at all.
No, he has completely shut down leasing. They've been in court about this. They have not gotten it straight yet, but they are not encouraging any sort of drilling, despite the fact that they got Joe Manchin to agree to that Inflation Reduction Act with the promise of more oil drilling, but that's not happening.
Yeah, Lucy and the football on that. Steve, great to see you. Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.